Beyond Meat has blown out the descending triangle I showed you a couple of weeks ago, but now has a new pattern that looks pretty explosive. Stay right here. Hi, this is Tim from TradingStrategyGuides.com. I apologize that my voice is a bit rough today. I just can't seem to shake this creeping crud. As I mentioned Friday, we're coming up quickly on our series about becoming a professional trader. Don't forget to comment below on what topics you would like to see us cover. Today's trade pick is a great new setup on Beyond Meat. Our prior setup from a couple of weeks ago is blown, but it's forming a nice trading range right now, so we'll take a look at that shortly. First, I want to update you on the open trades, and then we'll take a look at a fun trading maxim for today. Happy Monday! Remember to click the subscribe button and hit that bell so you won't miss any of my great trade picks. Let's update the open trades. Spot gold is pushing up pretty hard right here. We're waiting for this parabolic SAR to get up here above the break-even point so we can start trailing our stops. The Swissy yen hit the first target right here, and now once again we're waiting for the PSAR to come up here above the break-even point, and we'll start trailing our stops. The price rejection of these wicks right here is promising. It's a good sign of some upside coming our way. Same with Netflix here. We got our first target, we got half off for profit. Now we're waiting for the PSAR to get above break even so we can start trailing the stops on the second half. I hope you got in this Euro Swissy Friday. I got in half size position due to 93% volume on this bar right here. The stop loss is about 106.62. First target is about 105.80. And that's using the daily ATR of 33 pips on this weekly trigger. Once our first target is hit, right down here, we'll take half off the trade, move our stop to break even on the second half, and we'll switch to the daily chart to trail stops using the PSAR. And lastly, the Aussie Canadian dollar setup from a couple of weeks ago. I think I failed to mention this last Friday. Triggered right here. It was 74.55% volume, which rounds up to 75%. So I went with it. If you didn't go with it, I understand. It dropped immediately to our target on Thursday, and so I closed half for profit, moved the stop to break even, and now we wait for the PSAR to come down here below break even so we can start trailing the stop. Let's take a look at today's new setup on Beyond Meat Inc. We were originally looking for a close below this descending triangle on Beyond Meat Inc., but that pattern got blown. I left this dashed line in here so you could see where the top of the triangle was. I kept an eye on it after the pattern was blown, and I saw it form this nice range right here. A trading range consists of a support level and a resistance level with the price bouncing back and forth between them. I also like to confirm the pattern with a decline in volume and volatility like we have here. The volatility is measured using the average true range, or ATR, which gives us the average length of the last 14 candles. And here's our trade plan. We will buy a daily candle close above the range, or above 129.30, or we will sell a daily candle close below the range, or below 105. On the breaking candle, to enter a full-size position, we want to see the volume bar reach up here to the volume average. If it doesn't quite reach the average but does reach 75% of the average volume, I'll open a half-size position to reduce risk. You can calculate the percentage by dividing this volume number by this volume average, and you should get at least 0.75. And it's okay to round up. If you don't get 0.75, stand aside on the trade. The stop loss will be 1.5 times the ATR. The first target will be 1 times the ATR. So let's say, for example, this breaks to the upside. It breaks above 129.30 and we get a candle close up here. That will be our entry point just ahead of the close for that day. And on that day, you'll look down here at the ATR, multiply that number by 1.5, and measure that distance below the entry for your stop loss, and measure 1 ATR above the entry for your first target. And of course, if it breaks to the downside, that'll be just the opposite of that. If after entering the trade we get a close back inside the range, we'll take our loss right then and not wait for it to hit the stop loss. Our intention is that a breakout of the range should be explosive and hit our target fairly quickly. If the momentum goes away, we want to shut the trade down without taking a full stop if possible. When the price hits our first target, we will close half the position for profit and set the stop loss to break even on the remainder. We will then follow stops as price moves in our direction until the market takes us out. These two rules are the very definition of cutting your losses and letting your winners run. Typically, I do this using two positions. The first position has a stop loss and a take profit. That position will close automatically when the first target is hit. The second position will only have a stop loss, and that's the position that will be allowed to run. When the first target is hit, we will have to manually move our stop loss up to break even on the second position. I will only risk about 2% of my account on each trade. And that's the new setup on Beyond Meat, Inc. Remember, my intent here is to tell you how I manage these trades. If you've already got a good trade management plan, use it. Things that work for me may not work for you. You have to understand your own mind to find the best strategies for your trading. And that's my intent for the trading maxims, to help control my emotional impulses and keep me on the straight and narrow path. A maxim is a general truth, fundamental principle, rule of conduct, or proverbial saying. The purpose of my maxims is to motivate me to discipline in trading as well as other areas of my life. I suggest you start your own list of maxims, things that you can say to yourself while you're trading or doing life to make sure you always do the right thing. Feel free to borrow from my list. And today, we're going to do a little fun one. Tim's trading maxim number 6. There's no such thing as too much coffee. You know, I read an article recently that you can drink up to 25 cups of coffee a day and it has no effect on your body. So I don't know. I know some people are very sensitive to caffeine. I don't happen to be. I can drink coffee and lay right down and go to sleep. But I do drink a lot of it. So just remember, there's no such thing as too much coffee. Or if you happen to be a traditional Brit, there is no such thing as too much tea. Tea is okay too, but you know how we Yanks are. Remember our daily Beyond Meat trade plan here. We're going to buy a daily close above the range or above 129.30, or sell a daily candle close below the range or below 105. If the volume is not quite average, go half size, as long as it's at least 75% of the average. Your stop loss is 1.5 times the daily ATR, and your first target is 1 times the ATR. And remember to click the link below to the trade management video for more details. And don't forget to sign up for my free Trading Picks email list to be sure you don't miss any of these great picks. I send out about 3 or 4 trading picks a week from all different markets, and you'll get to see them first. And the best thing is, it's free. Look for the link in the description below the video. Be sure to come back to Trading Strategy Guide's YouTube channel every week on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 3 p.m. U.S. Eastern Time for my new videos. Don't hesitate to ask any questions you may have. I'll either answer your question right in the comments or in a training video, or both. And remember, the only stupid question is the unasked one. And don't forget to let me know in the comments what you think about us doing the series of videos on becoming a professional trader. I want to know what topics you would like to see us cover. As always, thanks for watching, thanks for subscribing, and don't forget to hit the thumbs up below. Have a great week, and I'll see you next time.